25. Now protect the entries, everybody. Here you go. We're live on that turn. We came down. It was a sell gap. And the broader market did have a sell gap, and it started to turn quickly. So you had the sell short, and we have our entries right here, right, Brian? So, okay, well, the bottom is here. It's just going to have some challenges, and these diamonds have got to go all the way above the minute period moving averages, and that's what the short-term hurdle is. So mathematically here, what has to happen is you will have a little bit of price challenges. Here it is. See the diamonds right here have to grow with another bar. This diamond up here is going to be the major 3 diamond resistance. So you're going to want to protect it, and you're going to want to see that once you do clear 25 in the IR, here's your diamond problem right here. Here's the 10-minute. The bullish part of it is that the body would close above this 10-minute, as it's doing right now, and then test the 20-minute at 634. At that point, you're going to want to set a stop market objective profit order right into the move, because that's all it's going to give right now. But the bottom, the intraday opening bell hourly bottom, which right now is, well, it's actually 7:47 a.m., 1/19 of 2012. That diamond here, that diamond to this diamond, you got to get above that 10-minute. You tighten it up and protect whatever you can get, but be a buyer down here again. If they want to come down and retest it, you would still want to be a participant, okay? What you'd like to see here now is how this bar would continue to break above this diamond, and that you hold that previous half bar. Here's the number, everyone, 633.01. That's the half bar support level. Protect your entries, okay? What was the entry there, Mr. Plain?
631.86 is the combined entry after the second entry. 631.95.
Well, then you guys need to protect profits, don't you?
Getting an uptick now.
All right, well, you got... Hey, you want to keep a profit, so let's make sure that the trade pays at least $200 at a minimum, irrespectively of the volatility. And if we can break and turn around above 25 and 0.7 can go north, going up toward 20 right here, this number here has got to go higher. See, when that, oh yeah, let it break higher. Let it break higher. Now, on your 200 shares, that's what you each got, right? All right, see how the 20 minutes flattening? See how that bottom is confirmed? Now what you want to do is, where's your entry?
631.95.
Buddy, you're only 50 cents off of the bottom, man. The high was 640.99. You're 50, isn't? Okay. Well, you got to tighten up the master profit plane. Do not let it go below 632.95. That way you're guaranteed a profit on the 200 shares.
632.90 because mine is 10 cents below Joel's, so that would still be $200.
All right. Keep the profit there, and then you can always buy again on dips. I'm going to conclude the live entry with the MMT and their profit objective. They did get that bottom. Once again, their entries are right off of that low. When that put side short was working all the way down here, this is where the entry was. 50 cents off of that bottom. And that's here. It's live right now, isn't it, everyone? Isn't it? Okay, so as you try to let the movement close, the diamond has got to take out these diamonds here. And I said to everyone prior to you getting that movement here, this is going to be the challenge. That means that the body above that diamond must break right up here. And once it does, you will move your stops up. So if you break above these diamonds, right here, right now, you got a double diamond. You're above that 20-minute, and it's live, and it's here, and it's now, and it's about protecting that intraday profit, making that market in Google. It's live, it's here, that's the print. The verifier, I told you, we tested the diamond. Look at Joel, look at Mr. Plain. That okay, well Mr. Plain can look. We exactly hit the triple diamond resistance on pass one. Now, you can't, there you go. You got to have that buy side above it to confirm it. There you go. Keep stop market on that, Kareen. Who else is long the name? If you break above 35, I want you to pull the stop up to 633.60 now. 633.60 pennies. And why am I saying that? Because I want to keep my profit. If I can break above the diamond resistance as I am here live right now, oh, nice breakout. We're above it. Let that baby run. Let it run off that bottom. Take out those diamond tops, and that's your resistance level here and now. That's a 3, that's a 6, that's a 9, that's a 12. Right to this diamond top right here. There's that resistance level. You're above 35 here. Ascending needs to keep going in the current ratio. Look at that ratio low you people were buying. You're at positive 19. You got to break through it. Move up. Okay, give me your profit objective, each one of you. If you have a 633.90, move your profit objective up there. 633.90 on the 200 shares. I give that. All right. So that way we're just benchmarking a little bit more of the move. And because we got diamond resistance here. And yeah, we got above the 635 handle, no doubt. But I need another continuation bar that would have to take out the triple diamond. And I'd like to see a 1, 2, 3 teeny breakout on heavy volume to say that I am going to get richer on this trade. And I'm capping that entry, 633.90. I'm moving that up there because that's even going to be a better profit objective into that resistance area. I'll give it some room. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Do some of the new people see how the entries were done here and how MMT Brian and MMT Joel are moving their stop market orders up? And are you seeing how those diamond resistance levels need to be taken out? Okay. And does the other young lady understand how the qualifiers need to be met? And that profit objective at 63 point, I'll even give you a better one, 64.20 or 634.20. You really want to lock it in? Lock it in because you want this thing to break out. It started. You want another bar to go right through resistance levels. Okay, your entry was what, sir?
631.
You were right down on the bottom, Gibson. I mean, hey, you know what? Congratulations for making a market. Now you're going to protect it, aren't you? Because you know that as we've been walking through here, so we got MMT, 3 MMTs in at the bottom. You, all right. Well, I give you, so your stop market order with all your profits is 634.20 cents, right? Right? So you're $1 up from here. Now let's see if we can get north of 45. Here I am, 20 on the IR. I'm getting a live breakout. Look at that baby break. Now, here's what I want you to do. It's got to break. It's got to break, everybody. Do you see my diamonds? Do you see my diamonds, Gibson? Mr. Gibson, you see my diamonds? I got to go through it. And I got to go north of 45 in the brain. Do what? All right, that's a triple diamond reversal. Now I want you to bring your profits up to 634.60. 60. Stop market 634.60 in the cycle. If it keeps going, so be it. If it doesn't, you're locked in. Well, then you got paid. All right. What was your profit? Joel and Gibson, please.
634.60 is my stop. $715.
All right. How much? $715 for you selling up here?
Yep.
All right. Am I getting exhausted? Maybe I take having them. Okay. I'm pulling that stop market up to 634.90. 634.90. 634.90. I've got to break through that resistance level. If not, hey, I'm going to get paid from that bottom to that top. Is that affirmative there, Gibson?
34.90.
How about you, Joel? We're coming close to it, but it's going to ring the register. It's going to ring it. Nope, you're still above it. You need to continue that breakout right here. It's live. Don't worry, you got to have somewhere at that upper resistance level is where we came to now. But you're not stopped out either, are you? You're still moving, but you're not taking out that teeny line resistance, so you're going to bank that money up there at the high in case it does reverse, aren't you?
You got a secondary entry for me on 100?
You would come all the way back down to 633.45 right here at where that right below that 10-minute. That would be your next entry level. Now, for Gibson, and I'm not hearing anything out of my other MMT about the stop market order because Gibson, you want the movement to continue. And as long as it continues, fine. But if it does want to fill this level of diamond resistance, it's all right through here. That thing has got to break now. This bar here has to break 3 teenies up to the top. And it will be seeing right here. So, yeah, you're tightening it up for profit, but if it continues that breakout, well, then we'll have to even move it up higher. But we're not there yet. We're falling weak. And the thing about it is, you got to get above 45 in your IR. And this has got to get above 20, the current trend ratio. That bid and ask up here is and there's a public spread right here. 8, oh, there you go. All right. Now talk to me about that upper high. Talk to me about that upper high. 635.42, 635, 67, 72. 72 pennies. You got a resistance at 98 pennies, which is about 30 pennies above the market, which is about a half a teeny. But you got to get above 45 and keep walking that dog. Now, you got to walk that dog. If you break above 636, I want you to pull the stop market up to 635.25. I'm breaking out live. Pull that stop market order up now to 625.35. Mr. Gibson and the other MMTs verify that breakout. All right. That's what I like to hear because the rate of change on the on balance volume change on an intraday level, it happened. However, we still have that upside. You got to get above 55 on that IR. You got it, like I said, that current trend ratio, bid and ask ratio, most important thing. Because when our ratio here is going higher, that breakout's going higher. And you're coming up, just like I said, move it up because we got another big diamond resistance level right here. We got above these. We're challenging these diamonds right here. Look at the diamond reversal down. We got to take it out. That's why we're moving our profit up. 635.25, and hey, we're taking the majority of the money. And you got a double diamond. That body needed to stay above it. That body needs to regain consciousness because you came right up here in this reversal bar, and that's why you have continuously within the breakout, and this is live. So, Mr. Gibson and Joel, you know why you're taking profits into the move, right? But you notice how you've been moving it up correctly? So we call it what? Exit profit management. And we can always buy the dips down here on pullbacks. So if you do get your stop market order, we'll go back down here to 633.75 and buy some more, but you're not stopped out yet. And if you can break these diamonds now and you can get above 45 in the IR, that's got to go to 55 now. This 23 has to go back above toward 30 here, and it's getting weak at the high. But notice, sir, that if it does get weak at the high up there, that's when your cash register is going to go what? Ching a ching a ching a ching. A ching a ching a ching a ching. Are you stopped out?
No,
It's trying to take out the diamond high, but you got to get
I'm
above.
on a 1 minute chart on the AOS, and
Look at here.
10 just crossed 20.
Look at my platform. It's right there at that diamond, isn't it? Yep, the 10 is finally crossing. Keep now, if you break above 636.85 cents, I want you to move that stop market order up to 635.92 pennies.
35.92.
That's when you break above that other area, though. All right? You've got to break above. No, you got to break above that 632.92 up there. And once you do, you're going to pull up to 625, say 92 pennies. Stop market order. Profit objective, you're breaking out. This is live. How do you like the breakout here, Mr. Gibson and Joel?
I like it. This is the best trade I've had so far.
Well, no, I tell you, they're here every day off the bottom.
I believe you.
You just have to be here.
Your $7 short was better than mine, Joel.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
He had a,
You're right. It's nice to catch it like you say to catch it, right?
well, that's how it works. Markets are made.
At
Do you
6:35.
realize, Joel, it went 640.99 to 631.46, and you're within pennies on the low.
It
Now, you're doing
I
great.
take my stop to sell at 6:35.92.
Yeah. Now you're locking in even more money, right?
Right.
And you're only doing it because you're not looking at your application, your market maker one, and those diamond extensions do not lie. And the teeny lines is right to the money. And I mean to the penny. And strength, you got to get above 55 here. And see, look at that 30. You got it. Nope, you can't slide that bid in there. Might get stopped out with all your money. But the thing about it is, this current ratio's got to go above 30, and it didn't. See what happens? Now it's got to break above 30, and you got to go back up towards 68. That 52 must go north of 55, and let's drive it right here. That's that resistance diamond. You got to stay closing level above it. Once you do break out above 637.70, if you were in a very upside capitulation type move, then you would move the stops up to 636.70 if that was to happen. And this is live. This is here. This is what the MMT getting that cross hook like a market maker, shake it down to the wholesale bid, take the entry, take the breakout, consolidate that breakout, profit management to the upside must be addressed, and breakouts must be confirmed with continuing breakouts above here, and I got to get north of 55, and this has got to run toward 68, and I'm getting it now. Do you see that, Mr. Gibson?
I see 56.
Okay, now, and that means that when everyone didn't want to be in Google, you were making a market there with the public at the bottom when everyone would walk away from it. But what did you do? You made the market, didn't you? Now,
Give it back to him.
you give it back to them at the top because you got a 56. Look at that. And you got a 33. That got to go up here. Boy, if we get north of 40 on that now to break that top, this is your ratio. They got to print the ask on that bid and ask trend ratio right there. They print 33s. That's real nice. Do you hear me? Because if he printed 33 and you popped up a little bit, but now see 32 by 33. This is the number. They want to print this side of that number. Whoa! You see how the price. Whoa, 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 whoa. Move up that stop market. You're right back up to that top. That's where I said early in the video where this breakout natural leg would go. Now, Gibson, Gibson, I want you to pull your stop market order up to 636.60. 636.60 now. Now, let's let it break out. Let's let it break out now. If you break above 638.90, I want you to pull it up to 637 and 35 cents. That's what I want you to do. And this is what I'm talking about. When these breakouts happen, they got to happen with that one teeny and that two teeny. And let's take a look at the brain. Look at, you got to get north of 75. So pull that stop market order up there to 137 what? 35 cents. Do that. Because you're setting that profit up there much higher, right up at that extension of that breakout. And you're going to protect that. Do you like me now? All right. Brian playing. All right. All right. Just put Joel, everybody else confirm their exit, please. Because that's right. 34 cents right in there. And you're going to protect that last exhaustion. Right? Right, Brian? Right, Rick? All right, they might come down and hit you, but you're ringing the register up at the top of the freaking move. That is what we call exit management at its highest level. So you're going to protect. It's holding your half bar up here, but you got to get north to 65, and you got to 39. You got to get toward 45 here. When you have the breakout here and that bid and ask, see, there you go. There you go. They got to bring it up, but you're going to still protect that money up here at the high. You're not going to risk it, are you? You worked too hard to be a market maker from here to here, didn't you? Well, didn't you? Well, it's a way that market makers do well when executed and not sitting around, and you take advantage of when they sell them down hard. They short them down. It was a great short down to the bottom. And that bottom up right now, you people are doing quite well as a market maker. But you're willing to make sure that we've gone this far with the breakout. This got to get north of 75. That 43, if it runs toward 45, now watch. Here, if that ratio prints 44, then that means you're holding that support. Now watch, 45 over here. It's 44 by 45. If I print 45, I'll go higher in price. Watch that. Bid and ask. Trend ratio 44 penny by 45. I need to see 45. 45. It's going toward 50. That's how I'm going to hold that level. Now listen, if you break above that 638.90, I want you pulling that stop market order up. Should you do that, 638.90 is the upper handle. If you do go up above it, pull that stop market order up to 637.92 pennies. And you're adding that. When you do that, though, you got to break above there. Yeah. 638.90 to the upside. That means that IR has got to go above 75, and that's got to go toward 50. Or it's going to get weak, and you might get stopped out. You're probably stopped, aren't you? Huh? All right, so you got a perfect 637.35 pennies. So you got the wiggle and the jiggle included in the profit, don't you? Don't you? So let's see here if they want to come back and fire and buy on this ask here. 63 pennies was printed. Here's your half bar diamond support level, Mr. Gibson. But you're not going to fool around with your profits, are you? Are you? Are you? That's exactly true. And you have. Is that right? Here's that half diamond bar. 637.50 by 69 pennies on that, Google. And today is Google earnings, and you're trading off that bottom right into the earnings report, aren't you, MMTs? Uh-oh, you might get stopped. You're at 637, 34, 35 pennies, right? They need to lever up, but you're taking the higher end of that.
You asked.
Do what?
They were printing the ass there momentarily, and then they're back on the bid.
They're 51, 59, 56. You about to get stopped?
There we go. There's some more ass.
There you go. 63, 66. That's called a bid pop. But they got to really come back. And you got to go really above 75. And that 39 level, you got to get it back above that 45 area and the trend ratio. You hear me? Otherwise, it will have been a great trade. And if it does want to fall weak, we'll look at short and reversal if we get stopped. How's that, everyone? So that way you get paid twice. And you can buy the dips. Okay? So you're not stopped out yet. And you got, oh, there you go. There's a bid pop. There's that pop, 638.05, Gibson. You see it, Rick Goley?
I see it.
You see that diamond support level, everyone? You got to get above that diamond resistance. That bar has got to break that high. Don't change them stops. Keep them there.
37.35.
All right, because it's got to stay there. There's no other way. Right. Now watch that upside movement here at this half bar and that half diamond. So hopefully you can build above 75. 44, you're 44. You're back up here, Gibson. SMF bid and ask trend ratio needs to print higher in order to break that current resistance price action line. And there you are, 42 printed. No good. You got to print above 45 here. So you got your profit objective. Wow. So here we are, and we're in that teeny range of 74 cents per teeny line. You might get stopped this time, Mr. Gibson, but there, yep. All right. Congratulations, MMTs, about making that market off that low. And so by moving up the stops, what were your end profits on 200 shares? I can't hear you. Well, that's a good profit. You sold it up at the high and you had the stop market right there, meaning that you weren't going to gamble with that half bar at that exhaustion high, right?
Yes. The question is, do we want to short it here?
And we are, but you got to wait and see if it's going to break this half bar. And you would have to go back up a teeny right up to that diamond and put your limit order out there to sell short. You hear me?
638.10.
No, about 638. Yeah, 630. No, just in case he pops it up here, let me look at something. So it would be 638. 638.95 in case it wants to go up there or not. So it'd be 638.95 above the freaking market. And your stop market order, 639 and a quarter. Okay, it didn't break it, but you weren't going to gamble. And by keeping the stop market, you retained the whole breakout up at this top. Congratulations, everyone. But that's where the short goes, up and out of the money.